Good day everyone. Welcome to another episode in our series. Together we learn how to be better pet owners and how to make our pets happier. Join us. Today we will talk about myths and facts about cats. There are many myths and misconceptions about cats in the world. Usually they are completely inaccurate, and today they do not have much influence on the lives of our feline friends. Which, of course, has not been the case throughout history. Because of people's ignorance and seeking explanations for some inexplicable things to them, many cats were killed, and some still carry the stigma. There are also many wrong facts about them, because of which they do not have the quality life they should have. That's why we're here to help and share some interesting myths, facts and misconceptions about cats. Stay tuned and find out more about. Myth number 1. Black cats. For many years, black cats were condemned and persecuted just because of their fur color. They were associated with witches and the devil. Human histories were often dark during that time, and cats were burned together with women who were claimed to be witches. Not infrequently they were accused of transmitting the plague, but in fact they did the opposite because they hunted rats, which transmitted it through fleas. They were not at all guilty and responsible, they were just what they always were, and what they always will be, just that, cats with black fur. And human nature and fear of the unknown condemn them unfairly. So they carry some kind of symbols and markings on them to this day. Even today, in some countries in the age of science, there are still some superstitions about them, which have remained from ancient times. Such as the belief that if a black cat crosses your path, something bad will happen to you that day. Or the very fact that black cats are bad, and that the people who own them are witches, and that they are evil. Of course, these are superstitions and myths, which people once believed in because they did not have the knowledge that we have today. Our black friends are just as beautiful and wonderful cats as all their other relatives of other colors. With their dark fur, they can only remind us of the beauty of the night and the elegance of nature. Myth number 2. 9 lives. This myth arose from the great need and desire of people to explain a cat's resourcefulness and its innate agility. Cats are agile, and in the event of many falls, they are ready to get back on their feet, and thanks to their flexible and agile body, they are always ready to get out of a difficult situation in which another animal would suffer. Cats simply have such a structure, perfectly adapted for the life of a hunter in nature. This is where their great dexterity comes from, which is simply the willingness and need to adapt in the best possible way to life in nature. Unfortunately, the myth about a cat's 9 lives is just a myth, and a pet only has one, so keep it, value it, and respect it in the best possible way. There are many more myths related to them, such as if the cat is washed behind the ears, it will rain; if the cat rolls on the floor, guests will come to us; or if the cat is placed in the empty cradle of a newly married couple, the baby will arrive soon. The list is very large, and as we have already said, it depends from country to country. Which myths related to cats from your country are interesting? Share them with us. Do you enjoy learning new things? Help this channel grow and have fun with us. It's easy, just click like, share and subscribe, and you've helped us a lot. Now let's move on to some wrong facts about cats. There are many of them, some cats you will recognize in them, and some absolutely deviate from the rules. Fact number 1. Milk. Perhaps one of the most famous misconceptions is that all cats love milk. Of course, this is not true. In addition to the fact that some cats never drink it at all, there are also many cats that do not tolerate lactose. Milk can only cause them major stomach problems. We know from our experience that there are cats who do not like it and who have never drunk it in their lives. Of course, there are always exceptions. There are cats who don't mind and who simply adore him. What is your experience with milk and cats? Do you think they should drink it? Fact number 2. A fish. As is the case with milk, we all start from the assumption that all cats like fish, which of course is not always the case. Again, there are cats who love her, and those who cannot smell her. Of course, if your cat loves it, it should consume it, because it is extremely healthy, because it contains omega fatty acids and other things that are very good for your cat's health. Of course, the fish must be thermally processed because of the bacteria and parasites it may contain. You should never give fresh fish to your cat. And early on, she must be boneless, so that the cat does not swallow them, which could cause major health problems, even threatening her life. There are still many wrong facts about cats, and many of them are precisely related to their diet. There are cats that want to eat everything, and there are also extremely picky ones. Of course, that's why we should always learn and understand the needs and wishes of our pet, and adjust their diet accordingly. Let's add to this list facts that are absolutely incorrect and very harmful for our cat and ourselves. For example, cats do not drink water, or cats should not be bathed. Which of course is not true. They, like all living organisms, drink water and cannot survive without it, and bath and wash themselves, and they are extremely clean animals, but from time to time we have to bath and brush them, because they shed like all other mammals. We must not forget that we must also clean them of parasites such as fleas, ticks and stomach worms. Because if our cat gets fleas, it will lick them into digestive tract, and fleas usually contain worms, which can endanger the cat's health, but can also be transmitted to us. In order to avoid all this chaos, we must dedicate ourselves to their maintenance and hygiene. We hope that we have entertained and helped you with these few interesting myths and facts, and that you have learned something new today. Share with us some of your interesting experiences and help us all to learn something more about our wonderful furry friends. That would be all for today's lesson. Join us in the next episode, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Also ring that bell, so you don't miss the next class. Stay safe and happy. And don't forget, love and respect all your pets, and enjoy the time you are given to spend together.